Magic school bus, exactly. I do give a bit of Miss Frizzle energy, and that is something I have a lot of pride in. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors, give me the overall energy here as it relates to love. What does my collective need to know about love for the next 30 days, month ahead? Spirit, what do we need to know? Oh, dang. Okay, I do, Sasha, I do. There is this energy here of, yeah, wanting somebody to be able to meet you where you are. This is a collective that I feel like is highly confident. It's like you want someone to really love you, though. So this could be for a singles collective or people that are connected to someone. You could be connected to someone, or you could be like as single as it comes. But I feel like there's this energy of like, I want to be with a boo. I want to have a commitment in my life. I want to be in a relationship that brings me happiness and joy. You're ready to share your life with someone. You're ready to be able to have someone to grow with, to build up with. And it's not even like, for this collective, I don't even feel like you're thinking so far ahead in terms of what like 20 years will look like or 10 years from now will look like. You're thinking about just wanting to have someone to enjoy your life with now. Even maybe thinking about the summer and like plans that you could make together or traveling together. There's definitely an energy of like, I want someone to share my life with and now. Because you feel like you're in a good place in your life to receive it. You feel like you're in a good energy. You feel like you're in a good space in terms of your healing. You feel like you've done the work. So yeah, you feel ready. You feel ready. Is this collective connected to someone? Yes. Is this collective connected to someone at this time? Okay, so there's someone here from the past who is holding on to you, okay? Now, I'm going to read it with both past and new energies. There's someone here from the past that is holding on to you. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody that I feel like currently maybe the relationship is on pause, or there could be a period here of no contact or just trying to reflect on this. I do feel like this is definitely somebody, again, holding on to the relationship, though. Is there another person this collective is connected to? I feel for some of you have two people in your energy. Two people in your energy. For some of you, you have an earth sign from your past and a water sign or air sign from your future or present that is connected to you. It does feel like this earth sign from your past, though, is somebody that is doing a lot of thinking about you at this time. Very nostalgic energy. This is definitely somebody who feels like, damn, that they have not allowed themselves to take the steps that were necessary in order for your relationship to grow. At least not in the past, they haven't. This is somebody who feels like you impose some new expectations with them. And maybe once you put those expectations in place, this person pushed back or this relationship went into separation. For some of you, that's what happened here. You finally stood up for yourself. You were like, enough is enough. And then this relationship effectively went into a state of pause because they weren't budging. They were being stubborn. And you were like, okay, be stubborn by yourself. Be stubborn by your damn self. So it's definitely this energy of this earth sign here who's heavily thinking about you. What are they thinking about as it relates to my collective? What do we need to know? Damn. They feel like you ghosted them or rejected them. This person is crashing out right now. This is somebody who does not like to be put on a timeout by you. I feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody that I just heard insufferable. You could feel like this is someone who's insufferable. There's this energy of like, what I'm feeling in this collective, you would rather literally just fall on a sword than look stupid in front of this person again or do something that feels like it requires you to abandon yourself again. This is a collective that is like, I have standards, expectations now. I'm in a different place within my life. And yeah, you still care about this person. You do. You really do still care about this person. But I feel like the way that you're showing up in this relationship is based on the relationship you have with yourself. You want to make yourself proud. You want to make yourself proud. That's what this feels like. You could be listening to a lot of Motown music. Okay. I would rather go blind. You would rather go blind than deal with this nonsense anymore. Some of you are like, okay, I really hope this person levels up. But you're not even really putting so much hope and thought into that anymore. So interesting. Now, for those of you who are connected to this person, hoping for something with them, what is this person thinking about the future of the relationship at this time? Damn. Look at this person over here. Is this delusional? Are they being delusional that they feel they have a chance with you in the future? Only you can answer that question. Okay, I'm not reading your diary. Well, I kind of am reading your diary, but I'm not reading all your diary. But I feel like this is somebody who feels like there is a chance in the future with you. They really do. For some of you, they're not being delusional. Some of you are open to this person. Because this is somebody who does put you on a bit of a pedestal. This is somebody who feels like you're the best they've ever had. I specifically heard best they've ever had in all ways, but particularly in a biblical sense. But always, not just the biblical sense, okay? It feels like you had a very deep and profound soul connection with this person. You shared things with this person. They shared things with you that they had never shared with any other living, breathing soul. Okay? And this is somebody who, when they think about you, they think about pure joy, happiness, pleasure. They feel like being able to be who they truly are and being appreciated and respected. But I feel like they kind of like discarded that. There's something about them feeling all of that from you in the past, but then not reciprocating that or not appreciating that or not valuing it when they had the chance. So you gave them all of this. Of course you gave them the ooh-ah sensation. Of course you gave them that love, that compassion, that nurturing energy. But the thing about the Empress, she will not stay around if she feels like there isn't something that has potential for growth. She will not stick around if the seeds that are planted aren't able to be germinated. She will continue to seek out a garden that is more fertile. She will continue to seek out new opportunities and abundance. And not even seek. She will move through life and navigate the path with grace and ease, effortlessly attracting in all of the opportunities that are essentially reflective of her abundant self. Okay? So this is definitely this energy of you for a long time, giving all of this beautiful, like expansive, loving, nurturing energy, because you can make anything or anyone grow. But I feel like this person chose to stop growing. So you detach. You detach. Dang. What is this person's hopes for the future with my collective if there is a real chance here? Y'all. So again, I'm going to read it in two ways. This is definitely somebody who still feels like the two of you will end up together. Full transparency. Maybe they are delusional. Maybe they are being dishonest with themselves. Maybe this is coming from a place of ego, that they're like, of course they'll want to be back with me. Maybe it's ego. Oh, only you can call this person out. But this is somebody who is absolutely unequivocally convinced that the two of you will have a life together. Because they've never felt like they ever wanted everything, or they couldn't envision having everything with anyone but you. And it feels like this is somebody who, again, right now is in a state of cowardice or is allowing themselves to have their pride lead, so they're not apologizing or they're not acknowledging this. But it feels like all this is doing is, again, causing this crash out on aisle 3, right? There's this extreme crash out happening because they're not admitting the fact that all they need to do is swallow their pride and say, okay, let's make a commitment to the relationship. Let's have a higher level of commitment. Let's build a life together. Damn. Damn. Okay, what do we need to know about the future with this person? And then we will look at this new energy as well. I feel for a lot of you, you are holding on to this person only because you want to feel in some ways like you don't lose a part of yourself. It's interesting. I feel for a lot of you, you don't even maybe realize why you're still connected to this person. For some of you, you do still love them, care about them. For others, you're holding on to this person because something in this connection makes you feel like it connects you to a version of yourself that you don't want to lose. Maybe it's a more idealistic version of self. Or maybe there's a part of you that's like, I want to be chosen by this person, but then when they choose you, you won't even be interested. I feel for some of you, that's it. It's like this sense of like, I want this person to want me or to choose me, but do you even want them? Do you even want this person? For some of you, you don't. For some of you, you don't. Now, final outcome here based on the current energy. What do we see happening by the end of this 30 days specifically? I see by the end of this 30 days, you basically pushing this person away to the extent where they come forward to communicate the fact that they're not willing to let you go. They're not willing to let you go. This is definitely somebody who wants to choose this. They do. They really do, but it's really their pride and their ego that's been holding them back. And I feel like the biggest reason why they haven't come forward up until this time is because they're afraid to acknowledge the hurt they've caused you. Because if they recognize and acknowledge that, it will devastate them even more. I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody who hurt you and is avoiding acknowledging that hurt because they don't want to feel like the worst person in the world. Like they don't want to be in a state in which they feel that pain, because for most of you, this is a very strong soul connection. And when you hurt someone that you are deeply connected to at a soul level, you will feel that pain. So someone like this person is pretending that they didn't hurt you, or that it wasn't a big deal, or that nothing went on here. Like getting this energy is very blasé, very avoidant energy, very like trying to fly above it, like surface level, try not to acknowledge it. And it feels like the moment they would acknowledge that they hurt you, it's like they're going to feel that hurt even more so than you did. Dang. Okay, final insight here into this person. And after this action is taken, how will my collective respond? Listen, I feel like you'll like the fact that they're taking action, but there's still something here you don't fully trust. There's something here where you're like, are you actually ready for me? Do you actually have something to offer? Like, you want this person to show you that they're serious. You do want this person to stand up for the relationship. That's something you welcome with open arms. But do you feel like this is somebody who's addressed their karma? Do you feel like they actually have cleared out these old identities or moved beyond these burdens that they were carrying that were preventing them from being the person you deserve? For some of you, it's like, you don't feel like for some of you, this is a very specific message. You don't feel like they're stable enough. You don't feel like they're stable enough. You feel like they can go back and forth between different emotions. So you're like, ugh, I don't know if I should receive this or accept this, because you might be afraid that there's going to be some type of bait and switch situation. But you do care about this person. But yeah, there's a fear here over the instability of the situation. There's a fear here as well that things are still in balance. There's a fear here that they won't reciprocate. There's a fear here that your karma will be impacted by letting them back in. Dang. Some of you are really at this time very much in a state of attunement in terms of working with your guides, feeling like the veil is very thin, and feeling like you're receiving a lot of intuitive messages, angel numbers that are helping you feel like you can move forward in your life, trying to allow karma to just do what it needs to do. So what will be the final outcome of this relationship after this interaction? I feel for many of you, you will choose to stay detached for the time being just because you'll feel like this is somebody who hasn't proven themselves. For many of you at this time in your life, you're looking for a relationship that feels peaceful. A relationship that feels peaceful, a relationship that feels balanced, a relationship that feels like, again, it is someone that you can enjoy your time with, someone you can have fun with, someone that can be present in your life. I feel this big energy is like you're not thinking about the heavy weight of this. You're not thinking about what happens 10 years from now. For a lot of you, you just want to have peace and you want to have fun with your partner. You want peace. You want unconditional love. You want really good chemistry and good time, again, in a biblical sense. And you want to have fun. That's all. That's it. That's all. It's not that complicated. And for most of you who feel like if you couldn't have that with this person, then you don't want to wait around for them to continuously try to figure it out. Damn. Can I get some advice for this collective that is with this person at this time? Because again, they are over here in Deluluville. I'm going to be honest. They are in Deluluville. For most of you, this is delusional. For some of you, it's not. For some of you, this is someone that you still have not experienced all you're meant to experience just yet. But let's see. Can I get advice for this collective? What do they need to do? For a lot of you, it is about working through the process of accepting what you're still grieving, or like grieving through this energy just so you can feel a sense of freedom. For many of you, what's most important is being free from anything that feels unhealthy. And I feel for a lot of you, you're now at this place in your life where that's the most important thing. Disconnecting from anything that feels like it keeps you in old karmic cycles or loops. You do care about this person and you do want the best for them, but you're also starting to realize that maybe that's not with you, and that's okay. And I feel for a long time, you were not able to have that detached perspective. You were not able to view this relationship from a place of benevolence and compassion. It was like, I need to be with this person. But I feel for a lot of you, you're realizing that if being with this person means sacrificing or compromising, you're not here for it. You're not here for it. So I do see that there is going to be a detachment here. Let's get some final insight into the future outcome for this relationship, and then we're going to look at new energies. Aaron, I have 2 spots left. 2 spots left. Tell me a little bit more. Final outcome here for this relationship in the future, for this collective specifically. Damn. I see for a lot of you, there is this energy of feeling at peace. Feeling at ease. Feeling like you have hope and optimism for the future for the first time in a long time. Feels like some of the heaviness has finally subsided. Feels like a lot of the weight you were carrying here is finally being released. It feels like a lot of the karmic burdens are no longer your burdens to carry. Feels like you have processed through a lot of that debris, and it shows that you feel better every single day. You feel more like yourself. You feel more like you're in a place in which you are feeling motivated, maybe to set new goals for yourself or try new things or put yourself out there or connect more socially. This is this energy of like getting your life back. Damn. That's what it feels like. You're getting your life back. You're getting yourself back. You're in your element. It feels good. It feels like motivating. It feels free. And it feels light. And it's interesting. They say that people, masculine energies, because it feels like most of you were dealing with masculine energy. You could be in a feminine or masculine energy. This is not gender specific. Masculine energies process out karma, disappointment, loss, grief months after feminine energies. And it feels like for many of you, if you're the feminine energy here, You've already processed through a lot of the grief. You've already processed through a lot of the doubt. You've already processed through a lot of the disappointment. And you're already on the other side of this. Like, you're in the clear. You're in the clear for most of you. Where this person is just now being hit by a ton of bricks, of pain, of heartbreak, of disappointment. They're just now experiencing, refuse to acknowledge up until this time. And here's the difference in where you are. Once you get to this place in which you feel at ease, in a state of joy, optimism, you have a new lease on life. Once you're here, you're no longer trying to convince somebody else of the fact that they need to hurt in order for you to be happy. You're no longer needing to be validated by someone else's pain in order for you to find joy in your life. You're no longer seeking someone else to have a consequence or to face their karma in order for you to move forward. Because moving forward is the blessing, is the reward. Moving forward and releasing and finding freedom is what you've been searching for. And for many of you, maybe you didn't realize that until this time. Many of you, for a long time, you were searching for something in this person, but now you are living in this moment, living your best life, finally living for the first time in a long time, and feeling very optimistic about what is to come. So this is a collective that I feel like is letting go of this, but doing so with love. But the heaviness you have been feeling, those days are past for most of you. You have moved through that. No more sad bear energy, lonely bear energy, writing this person messages or sending them voice notes or doing all of these things to try to get all this energy out. I feel like you've gone through the process of grieving, releasing, healing. And now you're ready to shake all of that off and move forward and allow yourself to connect to new opportunities, new abundance. It feels like this is going to feel good. This spring and summer feels like it is life-changing as well for this collective in terms of what you're able to attract because you're in this very elevated vibration. And again, you're not looking backward to try to ensure that this person felt the pain that you've already felt. In fact, for most of you, you don't even want them to feel that pain. That's how much you've grown. That's how much you've elevated. You're not like, you better be crying. You're just like, I wish you the best. I send you off with love. There is no better vindication. There's no better revenge than being so free that you don't even notice if people are chasing after you or seeking you out because you are just so invested and so present in your current life. Let's see. Any new energies here for this collective? What do we need to know about new energies? Damn. Living just enough for the city. I do have one more paid reading spot left. Let's see. What do we need to know at this time? What about these new energies here for this collective? Elizabeth, give yourself time. Give yourself time. Okay, new energies here for this collective. What do they need to know at this time? Thank you, Xtina. Yes, I'm giving Easter Queen. I'm giving a little bit of sweet tea. For some of you, you are attracting a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For many of you, you've never felt better. Some of you are feeling like the commitments you've made to yourself are starting to be rewarded. Like you're starting to see results. This is a collective that I feel like is very results oriented. So if you have been studying like in school or if you've been really investing yourself in your career, training, expansion, or if you've been putting in the work in the gym or just making a commitment to yourself, your diet, your health, your wellness, you're starting to see results. You're starting to experience results. And there's definitely this energy of like, I just got to keep going. I just got to keep growing. Earth sign energy. Keep growing, keep going. Stay committed to yourself. Focus on what is tangible, what is available to you, what's in your control. Continue to build. Build it and they will come. And they will come in droves. And they will eat it up. Okay? What do we need to know about this new energy here for this collective? Yeah, it could very specifically be a Capricorn. I also have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay? This is somebody who I feel like is a couple years older than you. This is definitely somebody who is very attractive to you physically. I'm seeing that this is somebody who will take you by surprise. For a lot of you as well, you are dealing with people in your past who are a little bit aloof or detached, particularly that energy, but even prior to that. And this is someone who's going to be all about you. All about you. Like a high level of obsession and focus on you and desire for you because they feel like you have everything that they've ever wanted in a partner. This is somebody, okay, we're going to use a word that may or may not be an okay word to use. Someone who like fetishize you, okay? Some of you heard that, some of you didn't. That's okay. But it's almost like they're going to be like, yes, you are my type. You are what I want. You are everything to me. Very strong emotional bond here. Very strong chemistry here. Yeah, it's too early for that. It's like 4:07 p.m. Eastern. Everyone's like, whoa, what else do we need to know about this relationship here? What else do we need to know about this relationship? I just heard joy. I feel that this is a relationship that feels like it matches where you are energetically. Feels like it matches. It's like you feel inspired, you feel motivated, you want to move. This is a collective that's like, I want to move. I want to go. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy. I want to make the most of my life. You want to do things that excite you. You want to try new things. This is somebody who matches that energy. This is somebody you're going to get into trouble with. This is someone you're going to have a lot of fun with. And it feels like the epiphany you've had as of late, or you had even prior to this person coming into your life, is that you don't want to be in any relationship that only exists in like dream state or the astral or the 5D. You want someone you can actually enjoy this earthly experience with. Like, this is a very 3D connection, where the past was very 5D. This is a very 3D connection. It's like, let's get it. Let's have fun. Let's make the most of this moment. Okay, we only live once in this lifetime, at least. When is this person coming forward? For a lot of you, this is April energy, okay? April energy. And someone who makes you feel at peace. Really, they do balance out your energy perfectly, effortlessly. And it feels like with this person coming forward, what it's also going to do is fully solidify that you made the right choice to close out any prior cycles. And it feels like there's this energy of just accepting that even if that past person came forward on their hands and knees, you wouldn't even. Because it does feel like that past person is going to come forward and apologize around the same time. But for a lot of you, you're just going to hear them out and say, okay, have a good life. That's what I'm getting here. Damn. Y'all are full of yourself, okay? But you should be. But as you should be. That's correct, okay? That is accurate. You should be. But yeah, a lot of you are full of yourself. I feel sometimes we have to go through this period of overcorrecting. It's like for a long time, maybe you were in your insecure era. You weren't as confident. You weren't walking in the room like you owned it. And I feel like now you're like, oh, I am the moment. I am the moment. So people are dwelling on you, or they will be dwelling on you. I feel like a lot of people are going to be definitely watching what you're doing and seeing you in a very different light. And a very magnetic energy. This, again, Queen King energy. Yes. Okay, any final peacocking? Any final advice here for this collective? What do we need to know at this time? Okay. Y'all have already made this decision from the past. I feel for some of you, the only thing you need to do regarding that past connection is stop reflecting on it. Stop reflecting on it. You've done a lot of reflecting. And I feel for many of you, that just keeps you in that past connection. It's almost like that relationship from your past was like 95% reflecting. 95% in your head, 5% in the 3D. 5% living it out, 95% here. And I feel like that's the opposite of what you're seeking at this time. I feel like with this eclipse, a lot of you have let so much go. You're in your releasing era. You're letting go. You're letting God. You're allowing the universe to guide you. It just feels like you are so ready to experience something in the here and now. Like something you could wrap your hands around. Okay, I don't know what I'm grabbing here. But something you could wrap your hand around. Something's going to wrap their hands around you. Okay? Someone that's going to make you feel alive. That is what you want at this time. So you're not going backwards. I don't see you moving backwards. Okay? So the final advice for this collective: you are leaving this past person alone with their thoughts. That was their choice. They made their bed, they're lying in it. I feel for many of you, this new relationship is going to really get you back into the state in which you can truly be present within your life. And I see as well that you're in a state in which you have the potential to manifest anything you desire. For some of you, the moment you disconnect or check out or detach from any relationship, it causes you to feel like you have to accept less than equality, less than a state of balance or harmony, less than reciprocity. It's the moment you'll start attracting in more abundant exchanges of energy, particularly in love, but also in career and finances. It feels like this is you finally relinquishing a limiting belief and mindset that, if anything, was just perpetuating a myth that you had created from a time in which you were experiencing a karmic wound. But now that you have healed, you don't have to hold on to this limiting myth or belief anymore. You don't have to hold on to any belief system that actually works against you. I see for many, this self-fulfilling prophecy disenfranchised you for many years. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now there's this energy of being like, I know I deserve the best, and you'll get it. You'll get it. I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 1111 down below to let me know that was yours.